got this pillow right here. I don't want
Are you serious?
that next to you.
Wow. Wait.
Ready?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Yo, stop questioning my sexuality on camera. Welcome back. I'm here with the biggest catfish in the game, Jasabel. Jasabel, how are you?
I'm good, but I'm not a cat.
You're a catfish. Today, we went, if you heard that interlude episode, we went to the gym and we FaceTime Fabrin. And I was like, yo, Fabrin, Jasabel wants to know what's your favorite thing to cook. And I don't think he heard her name, and he was like, yo, who is that?
No, correction. He said that the service was bad, so he couldn't see anything.
Oh, no. Nah, he was
I'm
like,
not a
yo,
catfish.
who the fuck that is? I was like, that's Jasabel, bro. What do you mean? And
Got the ratchet coming out of him.
he was like, yo, who is that? And I was like, that's Jasabel. You can't tell? He could not tell. So
No
the-
makeup Jazz.
the
is not
biggest
Jazz.
catfish in the game today. So, Jasabel, aside from scamming all the people on the internet that you're this, like, fun, good person.
I am good.
Outside of all that scamming, how are you?
I'm good, but I am not a scam.
You're a scammer?
I am who I
Catfish?
say I am. Rude.
You were a lesbian, but
I
then
was not a
you said you
lesbian.
weren't. So the
Yeah.
internet was disappointed when you stealth launched a man. They were like, "Yo, I thought she was a lesbian," and I was like, "Yo, you took that seriously?" That's on you, Poppy. I don't know.
You're a mess.
I
You
guess
really
people
are.
believe the things I say.
I mean, people believe anything that they read, see, or hear these days, so I'm not surprised.
Catfish and lesbian over here.
Happen.
So Jasmine, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I forgot I had questions on my laptop that the people wanted to know
Shoot.
about you. So let me look that up real quick. But
I'm so
before
honored that people care, are interested.
it's like 3. Okay, relax.
that's
a
more
lot.
than
People wanted to know, the 3 people.
Yes.
Okay. Before I get into that, I wanted to ask you this question. Okay, let's get a little personal. Have you ever let somebody borrow something, and then have you ever gotten it back? Like, is there like a horror story or something? Like, well, let's
Did I
say
borrow something
no,
from
no,
you?
no, no.
I was like, oh shit, what did I forget to give back?
So you're the problem. You're the other person that be borrowing shit and then not giving it back.
It's because I forget. Like, you have to remind me. Like, you know when your family sends you with tuppers?
Oh
and they're
yeah.
like, you better bring it back. I definitely do not bring it back. Who
You're
thinks that
the
before leaving the
worst.
house? Oh yeah, let me go grab the tuppers. That does not come to mind. So
I don't
if you
know.
don't ask me for it in the moment, when my hands are available, because there's always 10,000 things going on in my brain, you just might
'Cause
not
you're-
get it.
You're what, overwhelmed? What you got?
Overstimulated.
What you got going on that you can't remember to bring back
Life.
people's Tupperware? You know how important that is? It's like not a very like expensive thing, but it's like, what if I want to put my leftovers in the fridge? What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, but
Put
then
it
you're gonna order
put it in the
food.
pan?
You're gonna order food and you're gonna get a whole new, brand new Tupper. You do not need the spaghetti stained Tupper that you let me.
Bro said you get a brand new Tupper. You know, my friend Malik hates that. He hates the takeout tray Tupperware.
Why?
He's like, I don't want that cheap shit.
Oh, so he wears glass?
We get glass. We get
Aw,
glass.
fancy.
So we care about the environment. We don't want no plastic out there. We don't want some terrible tasting food. You can't even microwave it half the time. It just warps in the microwave.
You calling me a scam, but I bet you if I go to your house right now, I'm gonna find some leftover chicken in a sour cream Tupperware.
We don't eat sour cream in my house.
How you Mexican and don't eat
We
sour
we
cream?
have the little like not the I know the sour cream thing you're talking about. It's like a really
Yeah.
circle one. It's like this big, but we have like we get packets.
Packet?
It's like they're sold in like packets, and then you just like
Like ketchup, but sour cream.
Not ketchup. It's like milk. Like you know how the milk knob. There's a milk knob
Is
in the
there?
carton, right? But there's a milk knob in like a pouch.
Okay.
So it's just easier, I guess. I don't know. I don't make the grocery decisions in my house.
Interesting.
So, um, oh man, I'm trying to so many texts between me and Fabian so long ago. We were supposed to do this a while ago.
Yeah.
We were supposed to do
my
a part two
bad.
a while ago, and so many other fucking texts between me and Fabian. I forgot where this shit goes.
Y'all just be chatting. Ooh, drop the tea right now.
Okay. What do we got here? He's sending me some. We were talking about Star Wars for a long time.
Nerds.
Again, because we were doing some minis. I sent him a screenshot of his face one time. See,
Interesting.
he looked uncomfortable over there. Okay, here we go. I think I found it. Don't look at them.
Also,
Look
we're
at that.
recording on my bad side. I should be sitting there.
No, see, this is why I sat here.
That's
'Cause
not
I was-
fair.
I was like, this is my good side.
Oh my gosh.
And it's kind of like frizzy outside today, making my hair frizzy. So I was like, Cap, Mike combo. Fabian's been rocking that combo for a bit. So I'm like, let me see how that goes. Okay. Somebody asked, huh?
Does he have a hairline?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't tell because he's always wearing a hat.
Yeah,
that's what I was
that's
saying. I was like, you should take the hat off one
Because a
day.
lot of guys will wear hats and then they take it off and either they don't have hair or they do not have a
He got hair.
hairline.
He got long hair. It's just like in that stage where, to him, it's awkward. It's like it's not the length he wants.
So, ponytail vibes?
No, because he has Dominican hair, so it's just growing up. You know what I'm saying? It's growing like vertically.
Oh my God.
So, but yeah, he wants to lock it out, and he and my friend Malik were talking about that process.
Okay.
Okay, okay. This person wants to know, how has it been being a newly single mom? So at the time that episode came out, they're like, "Oh wow, crazy." So since then, how's it like being, I guess, a single mom now, right? Before it was newly, but now, like, how's it been? How's it been for you?
I think it's definitely one of the biggest transitions because it's like my son is not getting any younger, and so like just the daily tasks of like having to feed him now like foods, and he eats more than I do, and like just keeping up with his energy and like just all the things, and like planning a first birthday party and planning this and doing that, and it's just hard, especially now that I work in person again, and like having to leave him with someone. I mean, he stays with my mom, but it's a whole new thing for me because I got so used to just being with him. But I think the hardest part too, like, it's not so much doing it alone, but I think also having to share him has been harder for me lately.
Oh, you selfish.
I am. It's my baby.
Selfish. You were like, nah.
Like, yes, I need the space and I need the break and I need the time for myself, but at the same time, like, I hate that I have to drop him off somewhere and then he gets picked up from that place and then I go a whole day not seeing him. And, like, it's just hard because we're just so bonded. And
Mama's boy.
He is a mama's
Get his
boy.
ass, yo. Like 10 years, somebody get him.
he will be fine with anyone that's holding him, and then the second I pop into the room, he just cries.
He's like, that one.
Yeah.
And you're
And I
cool.
love that.
That one.
Like, sometimes it's like overwhelming, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. in the
You don't
world.
think that's going to affect any future relationships he has?
How? Are you not a mama's boy?
Not no more.
What do you mean not no more? Once a mama's boy, always a mama's boy.
I think it's not fair calling me a mama's boy because I didn't have a daddy, so it's not like I could be like, oh,
I guess, but I
it's
didn't
like
have a
by
dad. I'm not a
default,
mama's
you
girl.
know, but barely.
Oh my gosh.
But
I guess.
no, but so yeah, back to my point. You don't think it's gonna affect him going on?
No, because the relationship he has with me and the respect that he will have for me.
Unless he does.
No. I will come back in 10 years to show ya what a great little man he is. But I think, like, the relationship he has with me will really set any relationship he has in the future.
Let's see.
I think, yeah.
Maybe we might not have to worry about him I might have to worry about somebody not being able to let go.
Oh yeah.
That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I think about that too.
Oh, so you know you're okay. Avery, you got your life cut out for you, my man.
Yes, you do.
I don't
Brittany.
know if that's a good or bad thing. Okay, second question. Pros and cons of being a young mother.
The pros is that
Boom.
I feel like in this stage of my life, I have the most friends than I've ever had in my whole entire life.
Loser.
Yes, I was a loser. So having the village that it really does take to raise him, like all my friends being here for not just me, but for him, and like being able to just go out and do things while I have the energy, um, and just like grow with him. Because had I been much older, I feel like I would have experienced a lot of life and then motherhood. But now I'm experiencing life and motherhood together. So I think that's definitely like the biggest pro. But I think the con too is like it's not exactly easy. Like if you were to be like, yo, let's go get a drink or let's go out to dinner, and like it's not exactly a baby friendly environment. Like I can't just be like, oh yeah, let's go. Like I have to arrange childcare. I have to like, make sure Avery's good and like not just get myself ready if I am leaving him with somebody, but get him ready too. So that can be a con, but at the same time, like it's something that you adjust to, and like the right people in your life will easily accept or accommodate the fact that you do have a child and make sure that he can be wherever it is that we're going.
So now, do your friends like whenever you plan to hang out, they're like, "Oh, let's go here," like instead of like a club, it's like, oh, "Let's go to the park and then like walk around or do something like that." Have you noticed a like shift in like hangout places, I guess, compared to like where you used to go and now with Avery?
Actually, no, because I've never
See, I
been
still be going to the club with the baby.
No.
Call the cops. We got her.
her.
We got. I've been trying to get this bitch
Plot
for like 6 months. We got her. She said, "Nah, we still up in there." Get her, bro. Get her. I'm
But
telling
plot
you.
twist, I've never been a club girl. Never. So that's not somewhere I get invited to.
We got her,
But-
guys. We got her.
No, but like I'll take him anywhere I go. Like if I'm at the coffee shop, Avery's at the coffee shop. If I'm shopping at the mall, Avery's shopping at the mall. Like it's just those are things I enjoy anyways. It's just now with the baby.
Hmm.
No clubbing with Avery.
That's not what you said like 25 seconds ago.
Oh
That's
my
not what you said.
God.
So speaking of that, not the clubbing part, but like the mall and stuff part. So how is he adapting to the world? Like
Oh, he's very social.
really?
Yeah. Any like community events that we go to, like someone will literally grab him from me and he's chilling.
You know that's how like child nappers
No,
do
but like
things,
people that I
right?
trust. And like it just works out. Like he's very like he's not shy, he's not scared of people, and I think it's because like when he was just a week old, I started taking him for nature walks, and like I think that's what kids need. Like they need to be exposed to different environments. They need to be exposed to different people. And I know sometimes like that's hard for a lot of parents because they worry about kids getting sick or things like that, but I never like restricted him from that.
So let's get into the real nitty gritty. Okay, this isn't on here. I just thought of that about you exploring these environments with your child. Has he shown any like signs of racism?
Avery?
Yeah.
I can't with you. Why would you say something like
No, I just
that?
I'm like, what if he just saw like an African American person and he's like pointing at him?
No.
Like, I'm just trying to see. I'm just trying to see.
Why do you think babies are racist?
I don't know. Dogs.
Racism
Dogs
is
are
taught.
racist. Well, that's what I'm trying to get at, guys. I'm trying to see.
You're trying to catch
I'm
me.
trying to see what you be doing.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe you.
So no signs.
You know, as Mexicans, we are black.
No
As
signs.
a Puerto Rican, I am black.
Now everybody's black, man. I used to just be one group people. Not everybody. I had this talk with Fabian too. It took him like 6 months to convince me that he was like that. No, Dominicans are black people. I'm like, no, they're
are.
Dominicans. What do you mean? And then they wore me down.
I think you would refer to them as Afro Latina or Afro Latino.
Why so many versions of things.
I don't
I
know.
don't know either.
I barely know where we
But
are
I
on the
feel
map.
like I don't know. I don't know. It's a like slippery slope that. So I'm like I'm Mexican. That's all I am.
I guess.
Whatever you think it is, I'm over here on this side. I'm not too sure, so I don't say nothing.
Oh my
That's what it
gosh.
is. So Avery's not racist.
No, he's not racist.
I'm gonna catch you slipping one of these. Or one of these. Okay, next
Trying to catch
question.
me slipping by my son.
Yeah. One of these
Schemer.
questions say, what were some of the hardest things you learned while raising him? So think about that for a sec.
The hardest thing,
Yeah.
I guess this is something that I knew, but
You still fucked it up, huh?
no, I did. Stop. I guess like everything that I do, say, anything I listen to, any way that I live my life, stop, is going to impact him. So like, not only do I have to be mindful of myself, but the people that I keep around me, because like he's getting older, he's picking up on things, and you know when he starts talking, am I around people that curse? Am I around people who are listening to like ratchet stuff or like just talking in ways that I don't want him to like be exposed to? Yeah. People who are like that. And I guess it's kind of made me like filter out a lot of things about myself and like put myself in a way like, all right, what would Avery think of me in this situation? And I think it's definitely kept me very calm, because there have been situations where I've wanted to be on 10,000, but I've composed myself because my son is in the room, and I've just had to.
Oh, that's interesting. We don't hear that part of motherhood.
What?
Of like, oh, I want to go crazy right now, but my son is right here.
Yeah.
You a ratchet hoe.
No, not towards him, but like
No, to other people, which
being
is worse.
tried, yeah.
Oh, well, you trying to try me right now?
Just because
Sit right here.
I'm over here from like sunflowers fields does not mean that I'm not an inner crazy Spanish woman.
Oh wow, that's. So you mentioned that he's turning 1 year old,
Yes,
right?
he was born in July.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Damn. Almost had a good birthday month. So looking back on this like past 11 months, because we're in June right now, right? It's almost July. What are some of the moments that you can look back on right now and think, wow, that was a special moment between the two of you?
I definitely think breastfeeding, a lot of those moments. No, because it's such a bonding moment.
I was not
where,
expecting that. I was like, I thought you were gonna be like, oh, we went to the park one day and he did this thing, and you were
No,
like,
but
breastfeeding.
let me explain.
Guys, let me talk to you
You
about
are
that.
such a man. Let me explain.
No, okay.
When
I
a
had to get it
woman-
out of me first.
No. When a woman breastfeeds, like, yes, sometimes you get comfortable doing it around other people, but there are a lot of times where I'm putting him to sleep at night and it's literally just me and him, and like the world is quiet. Like there's no talking, there's no noise, and it's like just him being comforted and also fed and provided with his nutrients from me. And I think that's like such a crazy experience that you can share with a baby if you are blessed with the opportunity to breastfeed, because not a lot of mothers can, and especially not this long, him being almost 1 year old.
Wait,
So-
he's still going?
Yeah.
That's why he's mad big, bro.
You think?
No,
Everyone
because
says he's small.
my friend's Malik's cousin, she had a baby like a year or two ago. I forgot when, and she was like, She like escaped to like Baltimore. And I say escaped in the most loose terms, but she's like, I'm gonna be here because if I'm here, I don't have to go back to Florida where the baby's daddy is, and I can just breastfeed my baby until she's like 1 year old, and she could be as big and as giant as humanly possible because of all the nutrients that mothers give off through breast milk.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna keep it as long as I can. She's gonna be huge. She'll be a big ass baby, and she was a
Yeah.
fucking huge ass baby.
I have
Like,
a question,
what?
and maybe you can like edit this out.
No, they got, she did that while they were like trying to do legally like what's custody gonna look like. So she had like this period of time where however long it took them to decide that she was like, whatever, however long this takes, drag this shit out. I'm gonna try to breastfeed my baby as long as I can because I don't want him to, like, to be breastfed for like 3 days out of the week, and then like 4 days out of the week she's getting like
Yeah.
milk and shit like from like a pharmacy or a fucking supermarket or something. So she was like holding on to this baby. I'm just like,
That's impressive. But do you see how like serious it is?
it is serious,
She
yeah.
left the state so
Yeah,
that
she was like,
she could.
and she knew she was gonna have a rough battle because Florida is like super father friendly, so it's don't make that face. They gotta get one thing, okay? if you want to have a child in Florida and be able to keep it as a dad, that's your life hack, fellas.
Florida.
Get to Florida.
They're wild in
Girls,
Florida.
stay away from Florida. Get out of there, because you're not gonna get what you think you're gonna get. So it was a whole telenovela of events. She was like,
I love that.
she was like, okay, when we leave the garage, pull out and go. I was like, what the fuck?
Wait, what?
She was like, if somebody knocks on the door, don't answer it. I was like, damn, bitch.
Wait, what was she?
Huh?
What
She was
was
white. She's Australian, kind
I
of.
love that.
She was like, I don't need nobody serving me no papers. Let's go. So she was like, I'm avoiding this as long as I can.
She's smart. She's
Yeah.
smart.
And then her mom, bigger piece of shit, she was like, she's not here right now. She's not here right now. Come back tomorrow.
No idea
And
what's
then
not
he's not
gonna
gonna be here tomorrow. So I mean,
Oh
I
my
guess
God, I can't.
that's funny as hell. But she's like, tomorrow. Her mom probably like single-handedly
gosh.
delayed that shit like a month until somebody was like, she's not gonna be there tomorrow. She's not gonna be there.
But that's crazy. But do you see how difficult it is to just share a child?
Bro,
For
it
things
takes
like
two of y'all to make the child.
Yes,
Like,
but
that's why
if
it's
you
so
play your
hard.
cards right, it does not have to be in a case where y'all separate. So
oh, well, that's another topic for another day. I mean, unless you want to dive into that, let's work through some trauma. Some of your trauma real
this
quick.
is not therapy with Fernando.
It is. I'm sitting on the couch. I got comfy. I was
Yeah.
sitting a little professional earlier, but it literally took like 5 minutes, and I was
Oh
like,
my God.
this
Next thing we
is
need is
so-
you taking your socks off and
No. I told you, no toes for free. That's why I had
Oh
to
my
get the camera
gosh.
higher because she was doing crisscross applesauce. And I was like, Jasabel, no toes for free, please.
without a pedicure.
There's people gonna be like, yo, send me them toes.
Ooh, I'm
Yo,
good.
you gotta hit her on Cash App. Bless
I don't
her,
even know what my
bless her Cash
Cash App
App
is.
real quick, and get all the toes you want. This could be
No.
my toes. I'm gonna be like, they're gonna be like, damn, bitch.
Imagine.
That's why you said no free toes. So you have to fucking scam somebody out of that.
Then that would really make me a scammer.
You are a scammer,
I'm
you
not
catfish.
a scammer. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Next one. This one's from Fabian. Okay. The other ones I didn't say for legal reasons. Is it exciting seeing your son become his own person slowly, like seeing him choose things he likes, doesn't like?
Yeah, it really is.
What's one of the things that you've noticed that he's done that's like, oh, that's like a moment for him?
I think anytime he has access to like things that he can bang on, and like I'll see
Hey.
him just like kind of like
There you go.
drums and stuff. He's so nasty.
No, I meant the music shit.
Yes.
What were you? That's what I was like. Hey, I was thinking in my head like Little Drummer Boy.
And then I got him, well, my mom got him like a little drum set, and then I got him a piano, and like now he's got the whole shebang.
Oh, now he making noise now.
Yeah.
Just ding ding
Yeah.
ding ding ding.
And like just seeing him like scream, even though it's like, all right, Avery, stop.
Oh,
But
he be yelling?
he screams. He does not yell. He screams.
Like screams as in like a long period of time? Like
Yeah.
ah.
Yeah.
Damn,
For
that's-
no reason, but I love it because he's like finding his voice
Mhm.
in the world, and I don't know. I just love seeing him get older and like watch things that he prefers to watch, because he won't watch everything. Like, something really has to capture his attention. So it's really nice.
Okay. We're going to pivot away from you a little bit because, like, 2 weeks ago, I put a story up on the Idle Talk page. I was like, yo, send us your relationship questions. Me and Fabian going to out. So we answered one, and then, like, 2 other people got to us, like, after we already recorded the thing. So I'm going to hit you one of their questions, okay?
Is it like a relationship thing?
It's a relationship question, but I'll get into it, and then you'll understand. Okay. So this girl says, I'm not gonna air your shit out because not today. I'm feeling nice today, feeling good today. She says that when she's with her partner only shows like excitement and like maybe like proactiveness when they're about to have sex. Outside of that, nothing. So she's like, is that like, am I wasting my time? Is that is there a way to fix that? Is there a problem here that she's not seeing? Because she's like, I like this guy, right?
How long have they been dating?
They didn't give me that information, but it feels like it's a relatively new.
Well, I guess that's like I think that's like something in men's nature, like naturally for you guys to like want to do that. And
but
like,
just that?
No, like it
sounds
nature,
like he's
yes,
like only like I'm horny as fuck. Let's get it, and then after that he's like, nah, I'm good.
No, that's where it's not good, because if they're not doing things that they both like and are equally excited about, then it can't just be like you're here for your own sexual pleasure. Like, there's other ways to be pleasured. Like, are you cuddling me if I'm a cuddler? Are you spending time with me? Are we having conversations? Are we, I don't know, making time to do something outside of sex? Because sex cannot be the only thing.
Sounds like to this guy, he's like, I'm winning right now. I'm winning right now. It's all green flags for me.
Green flags. Yeah, no, that doesn't sound very good.
No, yeah, and I didn't answer this with Fabian because I felt like, because we were planning on doing a podcast.
What do you think?
We were planning. Hold on. I'll give my take. We were planning doing a podcast. I'm like, this is more like I want the person to hear it from a fellow like woman. So that's the response. I hope you take away some answers from that. What I think, though, I don't know. I feel like I'm in my immediate thought when I read that.
Same way. You're the
no,
same
I was
way.
I was like, I'm like, yo, get that guy out of there, bro. I was like, I don't know. I think for me, like, I'm just like, why not be interested in the other things too?
Yeah, because women are a lot more than just our physical bodies. Like, you know, are you able to get into my mind, not just my pants? You know, it's just not. That doesn't sound good. That does not sound good.
No, for me, it's the I like there's this phrase that I have that I say a lot. It's not very profound. It's like, if you can make her giggle, you can make those ass cheeks jiggle, right? I like that phrase, right? But I think it wholeheartedly stems from, I like the build up, you know? I like the build up. I like if you're laughing a lot, if like we're having a good time like in public, everywhere else, like I feel like all that is like tiny like micro wins. Like, it's all leading up, and then when it finally happens, then it's like, woo, yay, and then it's an own separate thing. And then if that turns into like a relationship or something like that, if that's just a talking phase, I'm like, oh, we had a pretty good talking phase. It's nice. And then if I see myself with that person, then I'll make like similar strides, right? Like, now it's like doing other things, building towards wanting to be together. But I like the entire aspect of it, not just like let's just have sex and that's it.
Yeah.
I like the pre, during, after. Like, if you're a cuddler, I'm like, oh, let's like cuddle afterwards. Like, I like that part. But yeah, I don't think now I'm at a point where I'm just like this person where I'm like, oh, just sex, let's go. Yeah.
But that takes like a different level of maturity, especially like in a relationship and like just life in general, because for a lot of people, they are just looking for that. But if you're trying to commit to someone that you're saying, I want to be with you, then like you should be showing that. in other ways. Like a man, I think when they like you, they will naturally want to do things for you. Like they'll want to cook for you if they can cook, or like be willing to learn how to cook just because they want to do something for you.
You know, I never folded laundry before. I would always like just shove it in the thing and then just bring it home and then hang it up. But there was one instance where I remember I was like doing laundry with my significant other at the time, and I was like
Folding it up,
folding it
like
up,
a
and I was like,
pro.
and then like I had like a freeze frame moment. I was like, what the fuck am I doing right now? I'm like, I've never folded laundry ever, bro.
Oh
And I'm
my
like, their pile is right there, done. And I'm now on my pile. I'm like, this is my second pile. I'm like, I didn't even do my shit first.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I was like, damn, look at me, bro.
But that's
Head
good.
ass
And
in
it
love.
came
I was like,
naturally. You didn't have
like,
to think about
nah,
it. She didn't
there
have
was
to ask
complicated
you
ass
for it.
clothes, and I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with it? So I fucking made like
Oh
a
my
triangle.
God.
I was like, that's how I think that gets folded. I don't know.
A+ for effort though.
It was folded. I didn't crease it.
It
You know,
didn't just go in the bag.
some folds are like you fold it too hard, it creases when you try to put it on. It's like a weird like line.
Yeah.
But I'm like, gentle folds.
Oh my gosh.
This is
Do you
what
know
my
they
mom's been
have-
trying me to do.
They have tables.
Yeah, I know. I have one of
So
those.
So extra.
You just put it in there. And go,
Why?
because when we're folding clothes at my mom's shop, it makes it so much easier.
Oh well, yeah, at the shop that's a different.
Yeah, but we wash our
story.
clothes at the shop too, so I'm like,
You guys have a laundromat in there?
no, we just put our clothes in the machines.
Interesting.
Don't tell nobody though. Don't tell nobody.
Stupid.
People be bringing their regular ass laundry to get dry cleaned, and I just be like, $115, and they'd be like, alright.
Well, it's just about that price to go have someone wash your clothes at the laundromat, so you might as well.
Yeah, but then we don't touch that. We just send it away,
What
and
do
it
you
comes
mean
back.
send it away?
Well, like
Send it to a laundromat?
this is a little trade secret. So all your dry cleaners, if you think like you go somewhere and you're like, oh, I don't like this price, I'm gonna go somewhere else, and you go somewhere else, that somewhere else is probably friends with the place you just went. And so like they could be like, hey, we need help, because my mom does really good tailoring. She's like, hey, can you do this for us? And then so they send it over to us, and then we'll be like, hey, can you do this for us? And then we'll send our stuff over there, and then we'll just trade along the way.
Kind of like drug dealers.
What the fuck?
For clothes.
We're drug dealers. You know, I think I explained that to Fabian one time, and he said the same thing too, something like that. He was like, it's like a cartel of
It's like a
dry
drug
cleaners.
thing over here.
I'm like, so the best part is like when someone's like, oh, that's too expensive. I'm like, all right, so if you go up this hill to the left, you go up Yonkers Avenue. There's a little cleaners over there. You can go over there, and they'll do it, and then they'll be like, that's too far. And I'll be like, well, I don't know what to tell you, lady. So, 25, 60 or nah? Because there was one week where my mom was such in a bad mood, and like
Why was she
somebody,
in a bad mood?
I don't know. But then when my mom's in a bad mood, you better get the fuck out the way. Like there was one time, Malik was gonna take me and my sister to the airport. So we drove my car up because I had to come from Baltimore, and then I was like, "Nah, I don't think you got to take us. I think my dad's gonna take us." And he's like, "All right." So he took my car back down, and he's like, "Yo, let me come in and talk to your mom." I was like, "Do not come in here,
Oh
bro.
my
Do not come in here." I was like, "She's mad as fuck for whatever reason. I don't know."
For a week though?
No, this period that I was about to tell the story about, she was mad for
okay.
like a week, and so
Wow.
somebody would complain about the price, and she'd be like, "Oh, she'll give them that same spiel. Go up there to the left. They'll do it for whatever price you want, I guess." And then they're like, "No, I don't want to go." And then she'd be like, "All right, so if it was like $16, she'd be like, all right, so it's gonna be $22." And he'd be like, "What the fuck? Well, what happened?" He's like, "You just complained and wasted like 4 minutes of my life, $22."
Oh my god.
And then they'll just take it.
Time is money though.
I know, right?
But
That's what I'm
pay
saying.
for it.
She's like, $22, give me it. Cause she's nice. She'd be like, "Oh, you can pay when you pick it up." She'd be like, $22 right now. Give me that shit right now.
You lost privileges.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, well, my mom's on a warpath. You better steer clear of that shit.
I'm
like,
still thinking about how she was mad for a week. You should go home and ask her.
I'm like, yo, what was good with you for a week?
Who hurt you?
Bro, I was mad for like 4 hours yesterday doing my homework. I was fucking on Microsoft Excel. I was like, God damn it.
You weren't on ChatGPT.
No, I was. No, but like, when I was trying to figure it out on my own before I started cheating, I was like, I mean,
You better make sure your university's not listening right now.
they're not gonna
What
listen
school
to
you
this
go to?
shit, bro.
What school you go to?
Huh?
What school you go to?
I don't go to school. I'm a free spirit.
Right.
I'm a free bird.
Right.
My only
At the
education.
university.
What? At the university. Yeah, I'm almost done. It's not too bad, but it's not cheating. It's a tool.
Okay.
It's a
resource.
tool. You got to get on there. I feel like there's so much mundane homework you got that you should just get on there.
Yeah. Social work is not exactly like the easiest, cause like.
But like, think about
or
it.
Maybe yeah.
You're in your masters, right? You've done so much of this shit already, and it's just like another level of it, right? It's like,
Well,
let's say it's like
so different.
until then you shouldn't do it then.
Yeah, it's
For
so
me,
different.
it's been the same shit like for like 6 years already. I'm like, all right, ChatGPT. Oh, I'm gonna open up my history real quick. My ChatGPT.
Oh, I thought you meant just your search history.
No, I don't do that shit on here. Okay, so look, see, cost decreased by automatic something, right? So that's
Do you
fucking
think this
math.
could make a diagnosis? Because my whole midterm yesterday was making a diagnosis.
diagnosis
for this
on what?
One specific case.
Okay, so what was the case?
So many.
What are some
things.
details?
Wait.
So are you a
Depressed
therapist?
Mood.
Wait. Are you a therapist?
Am I?
I need to give ChatGPT a like. I need to be like, hey, I want you to think like a therapist or like a psychiatrist.
I guess as a therapist.
Okay. Hello, in all caps. I need you. Oh, we're doing a tutorial. To think like. Sometimes if you say please, it'll be like, oh, thank you.
That's actually kind of scary.
Therapist. For this scenario. And you ask it, do you understand? Well, I didn't think we were going to head this direction today.
Why do you have to ask it if it understands?
I like to ask it because if I just trust it and it spews out some crazy shit, I'm like, you didn't understand what I was trying to tell you. I mean, and it says, yes, I can try my best to think like a therapist, provide support and guidance based on the scenario you present. Please go ahead and describe the situation or issue you would like to discuss.
This is scary because what if like somebody needs brain surgery and they suddenly forget and now they're asking ChatGPT how to rewire some brain cells? Wow.
I don't think they're gonna be doing that.
You never know.
You
never know. Have you ever seen that post like you better take care of yourself now because your future doctors are shaking their ass on TikTok right now?
Oh yeah. I did see that post.
That's scary.
See that post. Yeah.
I am scared.
But
Eat your
I
vegetables.
trust them.
Drink your water.
Shake your ass all you want,
No.
doctors.
Stop vaping. Get off birth control.
This is how we got Avery. She was like,
I was never
birth
on
control
birth
is the
control.
death. Never gonna take it. Pow, pow,
Basically.
pow, pow. And you shot up the club. And look at 1 year later.
Shout out to club.
Okay, so what were the symptoms this person had?
Depressed mood. Excessive guilt.
What the fuck?
Victim of abuse. Supportive
What kind of abuse?
husband, but often gets into disputes with her husband.
Wait, what kind of abuse? Victim of abuse?
Well, trigger warning.
Trigger warnings. Oh my god.
She was severely emotionally neglected as a child. Her two parents died.
Wait, neglected as a child?
Yeah.
Neglected as a child. Both parents are dead.
She was drinking. And she also has, again, trigger warning, ideations with a plan.
Whoa. What is the difference between
Well, a plan is like, all right, I have an idea of how, but like the actual intention of carrying it out is something different. I don't think you should air this because this is so triggering.
Well, what's the next one?
No, like all of this.
I'm just gonna beep it. I'm just gonna be like
Okay.
beep beep
Yeah.
beep beep.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Oh, and
Okay.
drinking. She was drinking.
Yeah. So what was?
Oh,
So you're supposed to provide a diagnosis.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, she was diagnosed a major depressive disorder, but it had asked me what are the means for her possibly being considered for bipolar and other related disorders?
So
Like
she
what
was
symptoms?
she was already
Diagnosed with major depressive disorder.
diagnosed with major
I feel like all the typing is like all the time I could have spent researching
depressive
this.
disorder.
Yeah.
You have to type the same shit anyway.
Yeah, I guess.
I just type slow, okay? Get off my ass. Get
Hurry
off my,
up.
bro, my hand hurts. Like my hand hurts. Okay, so she was already diagnosed with that. And what else did you need to find out? It'll fix the typos. Don't look at the typos.
Okay. What suggests that she might also have bipolar or other related disorders?
I'm not gonna put bipolar. I'm gonna see what it spews at. Damn, it's spewing out a lot of shit.
What did it say?
Okay, it says I'm not a qualified therapist, but I can provide some general information based on your description. It seems that the person you're referring to is experiencing significant challenges and distress given the symptoms you mentioned. In addition to major depressive disorder, it's possible that she may be experiencing other conditions like post-traumatic stress disorder.
Oh my god, that's exactly the differential diagnosis that I came up with. Wow.
Given her history of, of abuse and neglect, she may be experiencing symptoms of PTSD, such as intrusive memories, nightmares, flashbacks, and heightened anxiety. Substance use disorder. Her excessive drinking suggests that she may be struggling with alcohol abuse or dependence. This could be a coping mechanism to deal with her emotional pain and trauma. And I don't know if this is a real thing, but it says complex trauma. The combination of childhood neglect, abuse, and loss of both parents suggests that she may have experienced complex trauma. It refers to repeated or prolonged traumatic experiences during childhood, often involving interpersonal trauma and a lack of support from caregivers.
Well, damn. That's crazy.
Yeah. But you gotta be really specific with it. You know, you gotta be like, do
Yeah.
you get this? Are you following with me? Like, it's like talking to a child. Even though it'll spew out, like, all the shit you wanted to spew out, but you gotta be like, are you listening to what I'm saying? We're gonna be talking about this. You got this?
Yeah.
Are you
That's
ready?
crazy.
Yeah, and it'll just spew out some
Wow.
shit. And you could take, like, some easy shit. Is like, let's say you write, like, a paragraph, right? And you need it to be, like, 2 paragraphs. You just be like, hey, can you rewrite this
What if
for
I
length?
copy and paste the case scenario and the questions? Will it answer the questions?
See, it can answer the questions, but it'll pull from, like, the internet. So it won't, like, pull... Like, it gets confused a little bit, right? It'll take your information and it'll take what it knows from the internet. But, like, if it has, like, any complex, like, things, like, let's say, like, my case studies have math in it sometimes, then it'll pull from all the different kinds of shit you could do in math instead of, like, I have to go in there and be like, hey, I need you to use this formula when answering this question. So if it's just, like, you could definitely copy and paste it and then... But you would have to review it still. You'd have to be like, okay, that makes sense. This doesn't really make sense. I would add this, and you can tell it like, hey, can you add a portion for this, and then write whatever you want, and then it'll add it in. And then you can take copy and paste that, right, into like a Google Doc or whatever, and then repaste it in here. Be like, hey, can you rewrite this for clarity, or like for tone? Or like, hey, can you use that first person like point of view and be like, I believe that and just change it up. Yeah. It doesn't do citations though. Yeah, it's free. Yeah. Like you can't like cite your sources here, so you still got to go in and like
find it online
like on fucking
somewhere.
like EasyBib or Scribbr. That's what I use to cite my sources. But
I use Owl Purdue.
oh,
What?
ew.
It's easy.
Purdue Owl.
Isn't that Owl Purdue?
I don't know. One of those things. No, we went
It's one of them.
on a trip. We went from talking about you, talking about Avery.
Relationships.
Relationship.
What was the second one?
No, I'm gonna save that for favorite.
Oh.
We only got 3 questions. Come
We
on.
gotta get favorite in here.
I gotta say, you know what? Maybe one day. This couch is big enough. We had an episode on a couch before too. Whoa, the sun came out.
Wow, let there be light.
I hope the lighting was good enough. The whole fucking 45 minutes.
Imagine it's not even recording.
No, I pushed the button. I definitely pushed the button.
Oh well, it's like all of me and like half of you. Yeah.
That's all that matters. It's too late, Jasabel. We're about to like wrap up. It didn't fit the narrative. You're about to break the phone.
That shit zooms in super, super. I could be a
No, you can.
a videographer. Cool.
You got closer to me, Jasabel. Please respect my barrier. All right,
Well,
Jasabel. Anything else?
interesting.
Anything else you want to talk about? Anything on your mind?
There is nothing on my mind at this
I
moment.
always. There's never anything in there. Nothing.
Air.
As my sister would
No,
say,
I'm just
hollow
kidding.
dome, hollow dome.
Hollow dome. No, there's always things going. There's so much on my mind that I can't pinpoint one thing, so it's easier to say that there's nothing there.
So you got like ADHD or something?
I never thought about that.
Think about it.
I have the DSM-5. You can diagnose me right now.
Wait, what is that? What's a DSM-5?
It does what ChatGPT, like it has every mental disorder possible.
In a book?
In a textbook. Like therapists will use that to diagnose you.
So instead of like them writing down things, they're just going through a textbook? They're like,
Well, I imagine they use it for reference when making their diagnoses.
I think you got this. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me check.
You know what? You may got this. And for a little sprinkles and pizzazz, I think you might have this too.
Oh my god.
Wait, so how easy is it to like diagnose somebody? Like, I don't know if you know this, but you know how this girl in this scenario
Yes.
was already diagnosed with what? Major depressive disorder?
Yes.
Like, do you have to go out of your way to also be like, oh, you may have PTSD too, and you may have this and this and this?
Well, yeah, because a lot of things can coexist within like one diagnosis, because not only is she dealing with trauma, she's dealing with, like it said, alcoholism and stuff like that. Like, for example, when I went to a therapist for some time, I was diagnosed with PTSD and anxiety disorder. So it was like you can have multiple things.
That sounds tough.
Yeah.
How you did that?
What do you mean? How did I do that?
How you got through that?
I'm surviving.
That sounded so crazy, bro.
But that's just how it is. Like, different things go hand in hand. And most often, like, anything that you go through can come with depression or anxiety, because it's so general and so, like, common that
shit just happens.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy, dude. So how do you feel now after that? I assume some time has passed.
Yeah, it's been like 3 years.
So how's it now versus 3 years ago?
Which part?
Both of them. All your diagnoses that were coexisting together.
Well, I think that like those diagnoses never really go away.
Mm-hmm. But
I think I'm managing better now.
Okay,
though.
yeah, I was gonna say. I'm like, are you managing them? Or are you just like shoving them in a corner like some people?
No.
Like, you stay over there. I'm gonna let this build up until it pops, and then.
No, I think like what really helps is like, I guess even with anything, and we probably talked about this in the last episode of like healing, and how like sometimes you might just be doing something and something will come up, but like you just gotta sit with it and like acknowledge it, because the further you tuck it in, like you can only bury it so deep before you're also like burying yourself into like this giant hole of madness. So you definitely want to make sure you're confronting what you're going through.
That was crazy. That like, burying yourself deep in this hole of madness. I was like, that was tough. So someone listen to that. That was actually crazy. See, you be saying the craziest shit sometimes.
Thank you.
I'll be like, damn, that was fucking cool. Now I'm gonna keep that, internalize it, and I'm gonna say it on some other podcast, like if I made that up.
Plagiarism.
Not according to ChatGPT. I'll just type in, yo, rewrite this.
Oh my god.
Oh, well, Jasabel, it was great talking to you. It was lovely being in your house again.
We're matching with the couch. Gang, gang.
Oh, we are, yeah. Wow. You keep getting closer to me.
Leave me alone.
It's like, I'm trying to put on this wall.
Boundaries.
And you're just like, hey, it could get smushed on my side.
Ooh, one thing I want to mention about the girl.
What girl? Oh, I almost said their name.
Yeah, expose them.
I was like, you mean...
Bleep it out.
No, I'm not going to bleep it out.
the girl whose boyfriend only seems interested in sex. I just wanted to note, like, if at any point you feel like you're just having sex to please him and, like, you're just doing it out of, like, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it for you kind of thing, don't do that. For so many different reasons, just don't do that.
What she said.
The end. No, because it's like, I don't really know how to explain, but yeah, consent is everything. And like, if you're not
don't do it.
100% about something, then you shouldn't be doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for men too.
For men too. You don't want to do something
if you don't wanna, you don't gotta. That's how they'll understand that.
Do you have to dummy it down?
Yeah. For
dummy boy language.
Yeah, exactly. You don't got it if you don't wanna. That's no. I saw this clip on Instagram, and I know we were wrapping up, but the girl was like, "Yeah, if I want to have sex and he doesn't want to have sex, he must be gay." And everybody else was like, "What?" I think I sent it to you. Everybody's like, "What? What do you mean?" He's like, "You can be tired. You don't gotta have sex." And he's like, "Nah, he has to be gay." And I was like, "Wow, there's really girls that think that way out there."
No.
Do you think she was being funny? I thought she was being super serious. She was like dead ass, like
no, she was being
hot
serious.
take. She was like,
but
"This is the
I
thing."
think that comes with like a kind of like I guess shame from being like rejected and like basically like, oh, so you don't want me, you must be gay kind of thing. Like, because why wouldn't you want me? Other people want me, you should want me kind of thing. I think that's where she was coming from. I don't know. But like at the same time, like
but
there's men who have girlfriends who respect that they're in relationships. There's men who are married. There's men who are saving themselves for marriage. You know, you never know. So not necessarily, no. They don't have to be gay.
I think she was like in the context that, like they're together, her man, and he didn't want to have sex.
Well, same thing. Like you don't always want to have sex with your boyfriend, so why does it change?
Because it's offensive on the other way. It's like, what do you mean you don't want to have sex? I want to have sex.
Cheater!
Like, you getting it somewhere else, huh? With a man? Like, whoa, why you had to say that?
With a man.
I wonder if I sent you this Instagram. It's my birthday month. I don't know if I sent you this, but it was like, there was a group of guys, and it was like, this is every guy group, and he's like, all right, would you rather something or let a guy suck you off, right? And he's like, the guys were like, how long? Like, how long does the other guy have to? Because the first part was like completely. I think you sent me that one too. Yeah, and he was like, for 7 minutes, and it was like, 7 minutes, and the guy's like, I wouldn't even last that long. You know, I was like, hey, yo. I'm like, if he good at it, me neither, bro. I don't know what to tell you. But that shit was the funniest part because it's like a lot of like humor and guy humor is like in that realm of like gay jokes, but they don't feel like it's gay until it's like something.
Until someone's actually gay.
Yeah, and then they're like, whoa.
Why is that?
I have no idea.
Yeah, low key gay inside.
I feel I don't know. I think there's a lot of like internalized things that, you know, people cope with humor and stuff. I feel like a lot of those gay jokes are like internalized, like maybe they're a little curious or something, and then they express it through humor. But then like,
man, but that's every guy I know.
I know. So if that sounds like you, do some soul searching.
Journal. No.
Am I gay? Question mark. It's the only
Meditate
page.
On it.
It's the only page out of the whole journal that's just like that in the middle. Like, fuck.
Okay. No, but if you are, you are. I mean, what can you do? You like what you like. Don't be ashamed of it.
It's so funny because like I'll do like those super gay jokes with my friends, but then there'll be moments like in the gym where I'm like, wow, that girl is very attractive, or like that girl is like so pretty, and I'll talk to my friend. I'm like, man, I'm so fucking straight, but like these gay jokes are just too. I love saying these shit. Yeah, like the gay raps. Like you ever just start freestyling and then you say the craziest shit, and the world guys, you'll know what I'm talking about. But like,
you gotta drop one because I don't know what you're talking about.
Those just come. Those just come. But there's a great clip with T-Pain. I love gay rapping. It's funny. But T-Pain is like rapping on Twitch, and he's like saying the craziest things, and his homeboys are like, "Whoa, what the fuck? What are you saying?" But that shit, I don't know. I think you just gotta be okay with it. See, I'm okay with it. I like I'm like, I'm the straightest motherfucker I know. But then, yo, you put on the beat and we start rapping.
Gay.
It's Pride every month.
It's Pride everyone. Oh my god. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. Being a straight man is the hardest thing you could be.
Why?
Getty's, I put quotation marks.
Ah.
Being a straight man. I think everybody's a little gay. They're just scared to say it.
Are you?
I don't know. I put,
I don't know. You're gonna go home and journal, aren't
I'm
you?
gonna figure it out.
Oh my god.
Up to this point, I have not been tempted. But we'll see. We'll find out on the next one of Idle Talk. Jasabel, stay tuned. Jasabel will be the first person to know. She'll break the news.
Thank God.
She'll break the news.
I'm gonna air your shit out.
Air my shit out. Let me
Stop,
wrap up.
because you got a lot on me.
Yeah,
you got a lot on me.
I was like, it's like two first world countries with a nuke. But that was this week's Idle Talk. We will see you. I will see you. I don't know about her. I will see you on the next one.
Thanks for having me.
Okay.